The little lanterns twinkly trail in a cozy village where fireflies danced and moonlight glowed on quiet paths. There lived a tiny lantern named Glow. Glow was small, with a round glass body and a warm yellow light that flickered softly, and she loved hanging on a garden fence, watching bats flutter and children play nearby. But Glow had a big dream. She wanted to light up the village's dark corners to find new friends and share her twinkly shine. One starry evening, the gentle breeze named Flicker swooshed by and said, "Hello, Glow. Why does your light sparkle so happily tonight?" Glow swayed and replied, "I want to shine through the village and make friends." Flicker swirled and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Glow's light twinkled as Flicker lifted her off the fence and floated her to a shady lane where a little mouse named Whisker nibbled a crumb, and Whisker squeaked, "Hi, Lantern. Why are you here?" Glow beamed, "I'm glowing to find friends. Want to come?" Whisker hid her whiskers, saying, "I'm shy in the dark," but Glow smiled, "Scurry in my light. You're safe," and Whisker scampered beside her. Flicker carried them to a sparkly brook where a tiny frog named Splash hopped on a rock, and Splash croaked, "Hello, Glow. What's that, Glow?" Glow rocked, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Splash blinked, saying, "I'm scared to hop far," but Glow winked, "Bounce in my sparkles. I'll guide you," and Splash hopped along. Next, Flicker blew them to a quiet meadow where a small beetle named Glimmer crawled on a blade of grass, and Glimmer clicked, "Hi, Glow. Why are you shining?" Glow spun, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Glimmer tucked his legs, saying, "I'm slow and small," but Glow nodded, "Crawl in my glow. You're perfect," and Glimmer scuttled beside Glow, Whisker, and Splash. Flicker whisked them to a grassy hill where a baby owl named Hoot perched on a stump, and Hoot hooted, "Hello, Glow. What's that twinkly light?" Glow flickered, "It's me, a lantern. I'm making friends. Want to fly?" Hoot fluffed his feathers, saying, "I'm nervous at night," but Glow twinkled, "Soar in my shine. We're a team," and Hoot glided beside Glow, Whisker, Splash, and Glimmer. Glow felt braver and said, "I want to light up the whole village." Flicker whispered, "Glow high and bright." Glow floated up, her yellow light casting a warm trail over gardens and lanes, and Whisker, Splash, Glimmer, and Hoot clapped, cheering, "Your trail is beautiful." Children stargazing in the village saw Glow's light and gasped, and a girl named Zoe pointed, shouting, "Look, a lantern with friends." The children asked, "Who's glowing?" And Glow drifted down, saying, "I'm Glow. I'm sparkling for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we follow your light?" Glow twinkled, "Yes. Walk in my glow." Zoe and her friends followed, giggling as Whisker scurried, Splash hopped, Glimmer crawled, and Hoot flew, and Zoe said, "You're so brave, Glow." Glow's light shone brighter as the moon rose high, and Flicker said, "Glow, it's time to rest." Glow looked at the lane, brook, meadow, hill, and village, saying, "I glowed so far and made so many friends." Flicker hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Glow turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my light?" And Whisker, Splash, Glimmer, and Hoot nodded, cheering, "Yes." Zoe waved, saying, "We'll find you, Glow." Flicker guided Glow back to her garden fence, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Glow hung gently, feeling proud, saying, "I lit up the village." Whisker squeaked, "You made us brave." Splash croaked, "And happy." Glimmer clicked, "And shiny." Hoot hooted, "And safe." Glow's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my sparkles." That night, Glow rested, her light pulsing softly, dreaming of twinkles, and the next day, Whisker, Splash, Glimmer, Hoot, and the children visited, dancing in her glow. The village sparkled with laughter, and Glow's yellow light shone, knowing her twinkly trail had made everyone smile.